Today for Full Album Friday, we're gonna go back to 1987 to look at the Butthole Surfers classic record, Locust Abortion Technician. Let's get this out of the way. Nobody from any point in music history has ever made music quite like the Butthole Surfers, and this record is beyond a classic. These guys tend to get lumped in with punk rock almost all the time, but they are so much more than that, and this album is the perfect example. You have a blend on this record of psychedelic, heavy metal, jazz, and a little bit of folk, lots of experimental, everything is going on this record. And on top of all that, it's almost got this circus-like atmosphere to it. It's a wild record and you gotta hear this one. You can hear as much Frank Zappa in these songs as you can Black Sabbath, and the opening track, Sweet Loaf, directly takes from Sabbath's song, Sweet Leaf. But that's where any similarity to any other group in history ends, and the Surfers are in a musical galaxy all their own. And they constantly bring this beautiful, almost careening energy that you can never get enough of. The guitars on this record have it all, crushing, punishing riffs alongside dazzling solos, and there's this movement within the guitar parts in the mix and around the mix that you rarely hear anywhere else. And then you have these bass lines that stalk all around the song, bringing this almost swing time sway to them. But it's also from the bass where you get the dark tones and an almost maniacal feel at times. And it's the bass work throughout that really separates this from all of the Surfers' previous work. And that's because bass player Jeff Pincus had recently joined the band, and when he comes in, all those musical elements start to click perfectly. There's also two drummers on every track on this album, as both Teresa Nervosa and King Coffee play on every single song. And yet somehow all of these differences come together in a way the band could have never imagined, as this swirling, almost murky noise is magical in its own way. It's that place that the band finds between metal and prog and just sonic weirdness that really makes them their own. And it's also why you can cite the Butthole Surfers as the cornerstone of so many later bands. And even after more than 25 years, the record still sounds so fresh and has that sense of urgency. But let's not overlook the true powerhouse behind the Butthole Surfers, the man who defines strange on his own, Gibby Haynes. The former basketball star, fraternity president, and accountant, yeah, he did all of that before forming this band, brings this vocal style that can never be mistaken for anyone else. And it's on this record where he developed an entirely new sound that we all lovingly call Gibbytronics. This final edition really makes the record shine, and all you have to do is check out the track Human Cannonball to understand why so many people love this band and this album. Oh, then of course you have the hidden brilliance of the songs 22 going on 23 and Hey, which for those of you who don't know, spoiler alert, it's actually the same song being played backwards. Look, it's really this simple. Everyone needs to be playing Locust Abortion Technician at least once a week, and if somehow you don't own this record, you need to change that right now. Thank me later.